What's going on, Facebook? It's Wole, and I come to you all this evening with a heavy heart. Um, Incredibly angry right now. Um, Sad right now. Um, Disgusted right now, and I'm pretty much I'm at my wit's end for allowing just nonsense and fuck shit from a lot of people. And I'll give you guys a spoiler alert. Some folks who watch this video might feel some type of way and might feel personally attacked. And I'm here to tell you that that's my intention with this video, because I want you guys to reflect. I want everyone who watches this to really think about what they do to give back and to pay it forward for all of the luxuries and for all of the things that you work so hard to get that you now have. I want you to think about all of the mentors and all the adults in your life, all the people that supported you to get where you're at today. And I really want you to think about something that you last did out of the greatness of your heart for somebody who wasn't a family member, for somebody who is a complete stranger. What is the last good thing that you did for somebody that you didn't know? We had another homicide this morning. And I didn't personally know who the victim was. I know his name. I can tell you his name. His name was Tillman Hodges. Black man, father, son, grandson. And if the intel and the whispers that I've been hearing on the streets, if there's any accuracy to that information, Tillman Hodges was allegedly killed over an argument that took place because of some marijuana, some weed. Fucking bud. Weed. He wasn't robbed. He wasn't lured by some stranger that wanted to take money from him or take. He was arguing with somebody that he knew, allegedly over some weed. And now he is not. His vessel is gone. He is no longer with us. I heard about the homicide as soon as I woke up. And it wasn't until a little after 4 in the afternoon when a young lady who I mentor texted in our group chat, "Hey guys, just wanted to say I hope you're all safe and staying safe and out of trouble in this crazy world that we live in. My father was killed today." I've known this young lady since April of last year. I interviewed her and I hired her along with my man Devin Pinkett. Shout out to Devin. Love you, homie. And I hope you're well. Hope you and your family are well. Devin and I were the co-facilitators of the Nonviolence Institute in Providence, their summer nonviolence ambassador program, where they hire 20 young people and we teach them employable skills. They learn the 6 principles and steps of nonviolence, and they learn conflict resolution. They take a couple workshops on sex education, teen dating violence, so on and so forth. And they get paid, minimum wage. This year, it was virtual, like all things, and I was nervous about it. Devin was nervous about it. We didn't think it could be successful. And the group of kids that we had were so incredibly intelligent and so just awesome that at the end of the program, everybody wanted more than 6 weeks. It went by like that because we had some phenomenal young people from all kinds of schools in our city that were employed in this program. Madison, this young lady who texted, "Hey guys, just wanted to tell you to be safe out here. This world is crazy. My dad was killed this morning." Madison is probably one of the sweetest young people I've ever met in my life. When we talk about transformation as adults, it's like we compare our teenage selves to our kid selves, and now we're adults, and are we in any way, shape, or form still like our adolescent selves or our kid selves? And we were just having this conversation last Wednesday, because I do a weekly check-in with all of my kids. And Madison was saying, in middle school I was really bad. Like, well, I was getting into fights and I was so angry. But I've been working on myself. I'm not like that anymore. Like, I just want to focus on school, get good grades, and I want to make my mom proud of me. This was just Wednesday. It's 4 days ago. 4 or 5 days ago. And this morning, her father was gunned down, shot dead, over weed, fucking marijuana, allegedly. And so here she is informing everybody that she worked with over the summer that is in this group chat for us to keep in touch with each other, share jokes, share laughs, all that good stuff, telling us to be safe because she doesn't want anything to happen to us because she just lost her father, one of the 2 people that brought her into this world. And when I tell you I shut down. And I was filled with so much sadness and anger. I tell y'all this all the time when there's a homicide in our city. I take these things personally because I'm out here trying to make sure that our kids don't have to feel like being in the streets is the only option that they have, or the only route to success, or the only route to them to get some type of money so they can buy the things they want. Materialism, capitalism, they're fucking poison. They poison everybody. And our kids are on social media and on all of these fucking apps, and they feed into some of this shit. If they don't have adult mentors to guide them and to ask questions. Hey, Wale, have you ever heard of this? I saw this on TikTok. I was reading a tweet on Twitter, and you read what now? I don't. Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't read tweets from that person again. I wouldn't follow them. I would unfollow them if you do. Like, they need guidance. Parents can't be the only ones. If there was ever a reason to use "It Takes a Village," now is the time. And here's the part that a lot of y'all aren't gonna like. While I'm sitting here in mourning for one of my kids, for one of my mentees and her family as they grieve over the death of her father. I think about something that was said to me when I went to Madison's house this evening to give her a hug and to check in on her because we were in our group chat and I was like, Madison, I'm gonna text you privately. And I asked her, do you mind asking your mother if your mentor can come give you a hug? That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to see her in person and I wanted to feel that moment and give her some love. Transfer as much positive energy from my body to hers to give her strength and to make her feel hopeful that this pain will not feel as great as it does right now. And so I did. And I met her lovely mother. And I gave her my condolences. And I told them both that I'm going to have some people that I know reach out to them tomorrow because I want Madison to take the next couple weeks off and I want her to receive emergency grieving counseling or therapy, emergency grieving therapy, whatever you want to call it. And I sent a letter, an email to her principal and her assistant principal asking them to excuse her for the next 2 weeks so she can take that time to grieve and bury her father. This young lady said to me when I went to go visit that she is in shock, which is totally normal. She's confused, she's sad, she's angry. But for some reason, she was still worried about school, going to school tomorrow. And I'm like, shaking my head because I know it's a logical thing for anybody to feel, any kid to feel, because you don't want to fall behind. And she goes to classical. It's one of the top public schools that we have in our city. So I told her, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to email your principal and your AP myself. I'm going to get in touch with my other guy that works at the school department. I'm going to talk to leadership. And if I'm going to call in the morning and I'm going to go down there if I have to. But we're going to make sure that they send you all of the assignments that are due for you this week and next week so you can take these next 14 days to grieve the loss of your father. School is always going to be important. But right now, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, that takes precedence over Algebra 2 or AP English. It does. And from a systemic standpoint, we need to do a much better job of supporting our students worldwide, not worldwide, countrywide, because it's only a thing here. You know what I mean? We gotta have these resources available to these kids. And if there are no grief counselors in our high schools, or if they're only in the rich schools that got money and better districts, we need to have them. We need to have 10 of them in every school from K through 12. There needs to be 10 licensed therapists, not just one social worker and a guidance counselor for every grade and all that stupid shit. Reconstruct the budgets and put real licensed clinicians and therapists in these schools so Madison doesn't have to feel like school takes precedence over her mental health after losing her father to violence. This is the part that some folks are not going to like, but I don't give a fuck. This needs to be said, and I've said it. I've written it before, but now you're going to see my face as I say this. When we're allowed to go outside this year, I will not be supporting or paying to go to any events or purchasing any merch or financially supporting in any way any millennial millennial-owned business venture, event initiative. I'm not supporting none of that shit until some of y'all, not even some, all of y'all, step up to the plate and become mentors to our young people. I don't care what city you're in. If you're in a poor city in this state, you need to be a mentor. Start off with one, get your feet wet, dip them in the pool, and then once your feet are warm, jump in that motherfucker. We cannot afford to live in a world, in a state, in a city where we have tens of thousands of able-bodied, college-educated, older and middle-aged millennials, and none of you motherfuckers are doing anything to give back or pay it forward. None of you. I won't say names because you know who you are. If you're coaching and training kids and da-da-da, that's great. Cool. Awesome. Mentor those kids outside of your clinics. And I'm sure some of you guys are. Whether it's basketball, volleyball, football, I'm sure that those coaches are in those kids' lives for real. So I guess I can, you guys are exempt from this because your job literally is to help educate, inform, and groom these young men and women into their sports. And they learn discipline and a great deal of life lessons playing those sports. So I'll exempt y'all from this. But all of these little, these fucking yellow cup and fucking, what's it? All of the, I don't even fucking know. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All of these parties that y'all throw, all of these kickbacks, all of these showcases and all that stuff. Nah, not supporting none of it. Not supporting a damn thing. Because a lot of that shit is self-serving. One of the greatest quotes Will Smith ever said is that if he doesn't feel internally, spiritually, like the work that he does with his acting is in service to others and he's not portraying characters that promote positivity in our blackness, he ain't gonna do it. And in life, if he doesn't feel like he's doing anything to give back and to be a vessel of service to others, he will not then feel like he is doing his job. And that interview, it's a Rap Radar interview from like 2 or 3 years ago with Elliot and B-Dot. Watch it. It's like an hour. Great fucking interview. That interview it made me love Will Smith even more because he gets it. He gets it. People call me like, the community guy, and people hit me up for, turkeys around Thanksgiving time. They hit me up during the year if they need jobs or whatever, and I send an email or forward a job listing, or, my OGs will hit me up. Well, hey, we're doing this. We know you've been kind of like on the low, taking care of yourself, but if you can come through and help us, canvas and blah, blah, blah for a couple hours, say less, say no more. People call me the community guy amongst my social circle. Community leader. I'm not a community leader. I'm not a community leader. I'm somebody who was born in Providence, raised in Providence, and who will never fucking turn his back on Providence. One of my exes said to me a few years back, she said, I like that you do the community stuff and that you are so passionate about like doing things in Providence, but I don't want you to get complacent. And I said, huh. Yeah, I said, what do you mean by that? I don't want you to get complacent and never leave here and like not live up to your potential. What? I was like 22 or 23 when this was said to me. So I think I took it how I think I would have taken it. Like, I wasn't pissed off or felt disrespected. I understood her standpoint and her POV. But if moving to another state is going to help my growth, I'll do that. But that's not something that I'm setting my eyes on. I can grow right here. There's so many dope people right here. But the problem with the dope people that are right here, they'd rather turn up. They'd rather catch a vibe. Vibity, 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 vibity. Not supporting none of that shit. I'm not supporting any of that shit. Until I start to see on my posts, on my feed, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on Twitter, that more of you are making an active and concerted effort to give back to the young people that are coming up behind us. If you guys are not mentors by the end of this year, you're doing something wrong. Your personal struggles, your life story is valuable. Young people can 100% take lessons from your life and apply them to theirs and become better versions of us. Now, there might be people who watch this and be like, oh, well, I did this and I did a turkey drive and I did this and we did this and we donated proceeds to that and fuck the money. It ain't about the money, especially if you're throwing an event where people are turning up, having a good time, and then you take 10% of the door and you give it to whatever. No. If you're going out and you picking up trash and you got a cameraman with you the whole fucking time that you're supposed to be cleaning up the street, cleaning up the park, that's poverty porn, my nigga. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You want the attention. You want the appreciation. You want the fucking clout. You want people to say, pat you on the back, good job. So dope. That shit ain't dope. That shit is whack, B. Real things that help improve the lives of others when you're doing community work, you don't post. You don't share. There's no cameras. It's just you and whoever is the recipient of the deed that you're doing, of the service that you're providing. Some people might watch it, oh, well, you just said that you went to, your mentee's house. Yes, motherfucker, her father died. I wanted to hug my kid. I wanted to hug my little sis and let her know that I got her for whatever. But everything that I do to assist her moving forward, you motherfuckers will not hear about. And I mean it. I'm so fucking serious. I'm heart attack serious. I'm not supporting another person in this state with anything. If you are 25 and older and have the means to give back and you're not doing it, I'm done with you. I don't give a fuck how long I knew you. I don't give a fuck how long we've been friends. Doesn't matter. I'm done. There's too many able-bodied adults that are sitting on the sidelines. Y'all want to fucking rah-rah on social media all the time when there's oppression and oppressive things happening. And yeah, everyone wants to march and get the clout for being at the march. What the fuck happens when the march is over? What are you niggas doing? What are you doing? I know where I'm at. Mayor knows my name. Everyone on this team knows my name. The real community leaders, they know who the fuck I am. My friends know who the fuck I am. This ain't for clout. It's Sunday and I'm working. And I'm fed up. I'm fed up pretending to give people credit for doing absolutely nothing. These Facebook warriors, these Twitter, fuck all of that shit. If you're not of sound mind and body to do the work, then obviously you need to get yourself together so you can come back and do the work. I'm not saying if you're going through depression and da-da-da-da, and even if you are, who gives a fuck? I'm not depressed, but I'm not happy. But I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to do what I got to do. In the name of Providence, my city. Shout out to everybody that's doing the work every fucking day, losing hours of sleep, fucking stacking up stress on their body, and they're doing it thanklessly and for free. Shout out to my OG Kobe and everybody on the Kobe for Mayor COVID team, or to everyone on the Kobe for Mayor team, period. Real thugs, real G's. Those are my real fucking G's. Doing the work with no bread, no budget, no motherfucking account. Out of pocket, everything. Shout out to Rich Norris, my guy. Ed German, my guy. Matt B, my guy. Working. Big sister Angie, big sister Melissa, big sister Shonda, my sisters. Some of these people put so much on the line personally, and it goes thankless, and nobody fuck. Shout out to big sister Angel, big brother Sokio. Like, these are real G's. Real G's. Big brother Sal, big brother Juan, big brother J1. Real G's. Making shit happen on shoestring budgets, if any budget at all, and ask for nothing in return. That's what community work looks like. We're not leaders. We're doing what the fuck we're supposed to do. We give back, we pay it forward. If you say thank you, we appreciate it. If your family says we appreciate you, then guess what? I did it because I appreciated you. So everything is all good. Reciprocity of energy. That's why we do this shit. But I'm not supporting another fucking fraudulent ass millennial 25 or older in this state. You're not getting another dime from me unless you step your fucking game up and start giving back to these kids. No cameras on. No fucking clout chasing. I'm sick of it. Rant done.